Hi students, good morning all of you. This is Baji sir. PGT in English. How are you my students? Are you preparing well? Are you ready? Now, let us start the second lesson of Class 2 of English. Now, the second lesson, Last Spring. The subtitle is Stories of Stolen Childhood. This is the name of the lesson. This is the subtitle of the lesson. Aneesh Jung. The author of this lesson is Aneesh Jung. Already I told you, my dear students, the title of the lesson. The title of the lesson, first of all, we have to understand to get the clear picture of the lesson. Last. Last is the third form of lose. Lose, last, last. Lose means what? Missing something. I lost my pen. Means I missed my pen. I missed my pen. Here, last spring. Actually, spring is the season of the year in which all the trees are getting new leaves. The trees are full of their leaves. They are very beautiful. So, spring season is compared with childhood stage. How the tree is very beautiful, very delightful. In the same manner, children are very happy and delightful when they are in their childhood age. So, spring season is compared with childhood. Childhood is like spring season. Now, subtitle you see here. Last spring means the children who lost their childhood. That means the enjoyment, the entertainments, the happiness, the children are getting in a general manner. Those happiness, those things of happiness are not got by these children whom we are discussing in this lesson, last spring. The children in this lesson lost their happiness in their childhood by doing different activities. In childhood, actually, all children in the laps of their mothers, in the laps of their grandmothers, by doing all the things as they like, they enjoyed their life. Up to 5 years of age, we join primary school. All the children are enjoying by playing different activities, running throughout the house, moving this side and that side. But here, the children in this lesson, they lost their happiness and they started earning some money in their childhood only. Then how can they get happiness? What the ordinary children are enjoying? So my dear children, you have to understand that in this lesson, we are going to discuss two types of children. One, ragpickers, and other children, bangle makers. In this lesson, we are going to know the information relating to two types of children. Half of the lesson deals with the ragpickers in Simapuri. Near Delhi. And half of the lesson is dealing with the bangle makers who are living in Firozabad in Bihar. So the plight of the children in Semapuri, where they are doing one work, that is rag picking. And other part of the lesson deals with the children who are living in Firozabad doing the work, that is bangle making. Rag picking, bangle making. Half of the lesson deals with the children who involved, who engaged in the process of rag picking. And another half of the lesson deals with the children who involved in bangle making. So, my dear children, what are the difficulties faced by these two types of children in the process of doing their profession? One is rag picking and another one is bangle making. My dear students, here, rag picking, rag pickers. Rag picking means what? What is meant by rag? Rag is nothing but unnecessary things which were thrown into the dustbin. All together, again, municipality workers are throwing in lorries or tractors in a dump yard. And these children who are staying in Semapuri are going to dump yard and they are collecting the things which were thrown by us, by thinking that those are not useful. But these children, the plastic bottles and other newspapers and other iron material, all those things they are collecting and keeping in their bags, which are being carried on the shoulders. Plastic bags they are carrying on their shoulders. Nowadays also we can see in the town so many children, by wearing the shabby clothes with the shabby faces and torn clothes, they are carrying plastic bags on their shoulders and picking up the waste material we are throwing on the road, on the earth, and they are keeping their bags. By collecting all those things, they are selling to others to earn money. That is the process of rag picking. Bangle making, making bangles means in the production of bangles they were involved. These are the two activities we are going to discuss in this lesson. Last spring, written by Aneesh Jung. Aneesh Jung is a woman. She was a short story writer and a novelist. She experienced so many experiences in her life. She happened to meet so many rag pickers in the premises of Semapuri, and she happened to meet so many children who are living in the dingy houses and stinking lanes filled with so much garbage without having any roofs on the huts, small huts, muddy huts, without windows and doors. Those doors are there. They were wobbling. That means they were not in a proper condition. They were broken. They are moving this side and that side by the force of the air. Such a type of poor people she happened to meet, and about them she wrote in the form of a lesson last spring, stories of stolen childhood. That means the stories of the children. In that stories, the children lost their childhood. That means their enjoyment, their entertainment, their happiness, their delightfulness in their childhood was stolen by these activities. That means the parents of their children were not able to feed the children. That's why children were also engaged in these activities to earn some money to support the family. So here rag pickers and bangle makers. So in this rag pickers, one person, his name is Saheb. He is the boy about whom other mentioned in the part of rag picking. And the second part, bangle makers. The important character in the bangle makers, Mukesh. So first part of the lesson deals with the rag pickers. Other took Saheb. His full name is Saheb E. Alam. Mukesh. Actually, he was born in the family where all the family members are doing one profession, that is bangle making. But the boy who was born in the family of bangle making wanted to become a motor mechanic. My dear students, there are two characters. One is Saheb E. Alam, first part of the lesson. Second part of the lesson, Mukesh. Mukesh wanted to become motor mechanic. Actually, he was born in the family of bangle making, but instead of bangle making, he wanted to become a motor mechanic. That means he wanted to change the profession by which they are not able to get even one day also. One day not here throughout the area, one full meal also, one day also. So far they have not eaten. Such a type of profession he wanted to change it into motor mechanic. These are the two important characters of rag pickers and bangle makers. Saheb E. Alam is the main character discussed in the profession of rag picking, and the second part of the lesson, bangle making, the important character of bangle making is Mukesh. Here Saheb E. Alam continued in the process of rag picking, but Mukesh revolted against the profession and he wanted to make a motor mechanic. These are the two parts of the lesson which we are going to discuss in this lesson. My dear students, this video explains the two parts of the lesson and the two characters played important role and what are the difficulties they face. If you understand, then we can understand. So by seeing the title of the lesson, we can understand the difficulties, the tribulations, the problems faced by children, because subtitle is Stories of Stolen Childhood. That means the children's childhood is stolen by the two activities they developed in their life, they followed in their life. My dear students, next class we are going to discuss very clearly these two parts of rag picking. Understood? So now I am going to question you. What is the first part of the lesson which deals with what is the topic which is dealt in the first part of the lesson, my dear students? Can you say? Right, rag picking. So rag picking, the people who involved in the process of rag picking are called rag pickers. So the first part of the lesson deals with rag picking. Who is the main character? What is the name of the boy who played the important role in the process of rag picking? That means other mentioned one name in rag picking. Rag pickers belongs to rag pickers. What is the name of the boy? Saheb E. Alam. My dear students, by seeing this word Saheb E. Alam, there is irony, an irony. What is meant by irony? irony is nothing but the reaction happened in opposite way. He is a very rich person. Means what? He is a very poor person. By seeing a stout person, we can say he is a weak person and a lean person. That means what? Opposite. That is called irony. The words which are used in opposite direction, opposite meaning of real word, that is called irony. Actually, Saheb means what? Lord of the universe. Lord of the universe. That is the meaning of Saheb, Lord of the universe. But what is the work he is doing? Rag picking. Lord is picking the waste materials from the earth. Is it suitable? Is it the actual meaning of Saheb here? No, Lord. But he is working like a slave, working like a servant. That's why the opposite meaning of this word, the opposite work of the meaning of this word he is doing. That's why there is a irony. My dear students, so rag picking, the important character is Saheb and bangle making, the important character of that profession is Mukesh. So next video we are going to discuss thoroughly. My dear students, once revise and be ready for the next video. Thank you and all.